Nice. Okay, triangle proportionality theorem. I'm just going to tell you briefly what all these are so we can get to those extra practice problems for examples. If you have two parallel lines, then the sides of the triangles are proportional to each other. So if these two are parallel, this is a small triangle and this is a bigger triangle, okay, corresponding angles are congruent, corresponding angles are congruent. So there's your two angles, your angle-angle similarity theorem that makes the big triangle similar to the smaller one. Therefore, this piece is to TQ as RU is to US. You can set up a proportion with the side lengths. Okay? Alright, down here, the next one. Again, it'll make more sense as we do some extra practice problems. Showing that these two are parallel, if you just set up the proportion again, if the proportion works, if these are equal, then you can say these two are parallel. Okay, so either way, you're going to set up the proportion and solve it. Alright? And then if you have three parallel lines, the two transversals that go through that are cut into pieces. These pieces are in a way that you can set up a proportion. UW is to WY as VX is to XZ. You also can go up and down. This piece is to this piece as that one is to that one. Okay, just go the same direction. Got it? So again, we're just doing proportions. We've been doing proportions the whole week and last week. And then we have a bisector. So if you have an angle bisector, then AD is to this side as DB is to this side. Okay? So you got to set it up like that. The pieces that are intersected here, this piece is to the long side as this piece is to the long side. And then again, solve the missing piece. You're going to have missing pieces today. Okay? So let's do this extra practice and see if we can figure these out. Find the length of AB, this little piece right here. We have two parallel lines. So everybody's going to write down, you have, we'll call this X. You can call it AB if you want. X over 6 as 5 over 10. X over 6 as 5 over 10. You can, it'll be the exact same answer. Okay? So if we cross multiply, those of you who are still struggling, this is how we cross multiply again. 5 off the 10. Did anybody get 3 before I finished? Some of you are still writing it down. That's okay. I'm just reviewing how you set that up. Alright? Now you do number 2 the same way. Real quickly. Write it down and solve it. Fraction. Leave it in fraction form, unless there's decimals in the problem. Okay? Again, you call AB if you want, or X, whatever. X is to 7, as 2 is to 9. Okay? Cross multiply. 9x equals 14. Divide off the 9. X is equal to 14 ninths. We had 14 ninths. Good. Good. All right. So pretty much today is all about proportions. Knowing how to set them up. So if you're setting up that one really well, then you're doing good. Let's go ahead and look at number 3 here. Determine whether or not these are parallel. Well, if the proportion works, then they're parallel. Okay, so again, set up the proportion. 3 is to 4 as 4 is to 5. And then cross multiply. If it works, then these two are parallel lines. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 4 is 16. So no, these are not parallel lines. Therefore, you do not have similar triangles. Okay? Now set this one up and do it. It has decimals in it. You can use your calculator if you want. I'll pass out a couple calculators while you're working on it. Anybody over here need one? Abby, you need one? Anybody over here? Okay, so quickly do the setup. And then do the calculations. Say yes or no. You get yes. You got a yes. What do you guys get over here? Yes. All right. Let's see if you're right. So I'm going to go 6s to 4 and 7.5 is to 5. That's 30. 28 and 2 is 30. Yep, that's going to work. Who did it right? Awesome. Okay. Simple so far? Yes? Okay. Keep going. Let's do this one. You've got 3 parallel lines. Use the diagram to complete the proportion. Okay. Look what it's saying. UV is to UW. This piece is to this, to the long piece. UV is to the long piece, which you can do. So XY is to, watch, UV is to UW, the whole side. As XY is to XZ. All right, good? And yes, you can do that. All right? Watch what they say. Everybody try number 6 without me giving it to you. Still missing 3 calculators. Better than 7. All right? What do we have here? X, Y, Y, Z. This is VW, so the top must be UV. Who got UV? Excellent, you guys are great. Okay, so do the last one real quickly. Who got ZX? Okay. All right. And the last 2 here. The bisectors. Let's see if you can set up these proportionally. Okay? So you have the angle bisector. So this leg is to the long side. X is to 9. As 5 is to 15. So this is how you set these up. You could flip them upside down if you wanted to. So what do you get? Number 9 is going to be the hard one. So let's do this one. Everybody cross multiply this one. Yeah. What do you get?
3.
You guys tell me if he's right. You're right? Okay. So that's 15x. That's 45 divided by 15. And x is 3. Good job. All right. Now, I'll do this one with you. This is a little harder. There's one like this on the test. Okay? Pay attention. So, B is to 9 as this leg. Well, what is this leg? This whole thing is 14. If I subtract off B, I'll get that side, right? So this is going to be 14 minus B. So 14 minus B is to 6.75. Don't freak out yet. So you got to be able to set it up properly. So there's one like this on the test where you're going to have to take this minus that and set that here. Okay? All right. So now cross multiply. 6.75 times B. Make sure your B doesn't look like your 6. Now watch. Remember this part? We're taking 9 times that whole thing. Remember, these are grouping symbols. So it's 9 times the 14 minus B. So you have to distribute that 9 through. So there's a little extra work that you're going to have to do on this problem on the test. Okay? 9 times 14, 90, and 36 is 126. What is that? Okay, solve that, please. That's weird. It really wants my attention. Solve the rest of this, please. Make sure your B's don't look like your 6's. I've had students change them in the middle of the problem and it messes everything up. You can change it to X if you wanted to. Good? 8? That's what I got. Who got 8? So what do we do today? It's all proportions, right? Okay. So on that first problem, make sure you understand why it is. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Oops. Make sure you understand why these two are similar. Why is this little triangle similar to the big triangle? Well, you have corresponding angles there, corresponding angles here, right? Because these are parallel lines. Corresponding angles. So by the angle-angle similarity theorem, the two triangles are similar. You could have said angle A is congruent to itself, right? Why is that? Reflexive property. Okay, don't forget. So, we have 5 minutes. You might want to skim through the assignment. Okay.